Guided Inquiry number 16. Good morning. Let's begin together and explore together. I don't know where I'm going, so let's discover together. Let's look together. We all find ourselves here, sitting or lying down. Maybe lots of energy in the body, maybe really tired. Maybe the mind is busy, maybe the mind is quiet. Maybe it's quiet where you are, maybe it's loud where you are. So many variables. Maybe it's cold, maybe it's warm. Maybe there's pain in your body, maybe there's not. Maybe you have lots of responsibilities, maybe you don't. Maybe you're hungry or thirsty or anxious or sad. So many possibilities, right? All the time, so many variables, so many possibilities, so many things to consider, navigate and monitor and pay attention to, essentially. See if right now, as we're sitting together, if we can allow all of it without having to fix it or change it or put any energy into paying attention to it right now. We're just going to allow everything to be as it is. No matter what is going on in our bodies, in our environments, in our minds, in our hearts, we're just going to let it all be as it is right now. Right? Just that huge relief of letting go of the idea and the energy that we have to change something about our experience right now. Right? We're just talking about right now. We're just talking about letting go of the need for anything to be different right now. We're not saying that nothing in our life needs to change ever. We're just saying right now we're letting go of that need and that energy to solve something or fix something or change something or understand something. So let's do that together. See if you can just allow yourself to be aware of everything at once, the mind, the body, the sounds, the smells, the temperature, sensations, everything that's going on. See if you can allow yourself to be aware of all of it without paying attention to anything in particular. So we're letting our attention rest. It's like we're putting our attention down, letting it stand down and rest. And we notice that we're effortlessly aware. We're aware of all of life within and without, if you want to make a distinction. Awareness doesn't make a distinction. Awareness simply is aware. It doesn't say this bird I hear is outside of me and this soreness in my lower back is inside of me. It just notices both, without judgment, without story. Noticing now the breath gently rising and falling, not trying to change the breath or adjust it or perfect it or do it right, just noticing it, right? We're just putting attention down, putting effort down, and allowing awareness to do what it does naturally and notice everything all at once. And notice maybe how difficult it is to stay out of the need to get involved with your mind and thoughts and the problems of your life that need solving, that seem urgent. And we're just noticing right now that we can let go of all of that and we're here and we're fine and we're better than fine. We actually can find peace right now. Peace in allowing everything to be as it is. That our natural state is peaceful, open, quiet, and present. Even in the midst of a busy life, even in the midst of a modern, complicated life, we can sit down and let everything go right now. And notice that we, at our essence, are naturally aware. That without a story about me, this is all I know, that I am. And that simple beingness is aware. Or we can say present, or we can say presence, ever presence. We're not looking for some particular state. We're not looking for some particular feeling. We're not looking for anything. That's more energy. That's more wanting things to change and be different than they are. So if we notice that arise as it might, right, it's a very habitual, common movement to try to now attain maybe what I'm talking about. Boy, I'd like to have that peace. I'd like to have that open, effortless awareness. And then we start looking for it. and we start trying to create it, and all that movement is just more doing, more mind, essentially. So remind yourself to let all of that go. We're not interested in changing anything. We're just putting down our attention, putting down the effort, and noticing what is here now, allowing everything to be as it is, not trying to make anything different in this moment. And all those things that appear that say, but wait, I can't do that until this. I can't allow everything to be as it is until this pain in my stomach goes away, or until I get my son back to school, or till I find a new job. Allow all those things to just fall away for now. We're not waiting for anything. We're not waiting for anything to be different for us to notice what is always so. You don't have to create this. You just have to let go of all the energy of wanting this moment to be different than it is. It's a letting go. It's a allowing everything to be as it is, because it is anyway, right? We're not allowing everything to be as it is. Everything just is as it is. Only in our minds can it be different. Only in our minds can this moment be different than it is. And that's where we spend a great deal of our time, is telling stories about, well, I'll find peace when this changes. And as soon as this does this, I can then rest. And I'll stop once I do this. And the constant negotiation and pushing off the moment of allowing yourself to find peace. And we're not making this a big deal. We're not suggesting that you're going to find lasting peace in this moment. We're just promising that you can find peace in this moment, because peace is your nature. It's always so. It's always waiting for us to rediscover. And we do that by letting go of the thinking mind, right? Letting go of all attention to mind. So putting down our attention, letting our attention rest in itself. We're not paying attention to anything. Attention still has a quality of alertness because it's resting in itself, for lack of a better term. Attention has come home, in essence. It doesn't have any work to do. It doesn't have anything in particular to focus on. It can rest, and our natural, effortless awareness shines through. as the sort of fundamental backdrop of everything, of all life, without your mind telling you that you're any different than this awareness itself. Just notice. Notice when attention is resting that you still are, and that you're naturally aware of everything. But the awareness itself, right? That deep, open, quiet, effortless nature with a warm, loving heart, naturally. It doesn't matter what word we use, awareness or presence, true nature, whatever word you resonate with, or even better, forget the words. We don't need words. The words aren't really what it is anyway. Right? That's just more mind coming in to name it and try to understand it and make it vastly smaller than it is. We can't understand this. Why try? And you may notice if you're not feeling that, or if you're not aware of it, or if you're not finding what you think you should be finding, just keep letting go. We're not looking for something. That can be a very tricky little chess move at first. We're not looking for something. We find ourselves as awareness itself, which is at rest and has no outward energy movement to it. When we're looking for something, when we're searching for something, there's that energy of a me that's looking for something, right? It's always got that sort of restless quality to it. And it creates that immediate duality of I'm looking for something. Once again, with every other kind of energy, every other kind of temptation to move in a certain direction or figure something out or solve something. See if you can let it all go. Let attention come to rest in itself. And we recognize this deeper nature of ourselves because it's always here. Every time we let go, it's here. Always the same, but ever fresh. It's now, right? It's timeless. It's our refuge. We can rest here. All the questions fall away when the mind is quiet. And there's no distinction between this moment and who we are. Only mind can separate life into more than one thing. And it's not even one thing, it's just now, ever present. And this recognition doesn't solve our earthly problems, right? But we start to realize that we have a refuge that, despite the craziness of life, of human life, we have a deeper nature that's more fundamental and reliable and complete, and is warm and loving and makes no judgment and makes no distinction. And that this is available to everyone. And we start to understand that our nature is everybody's nature. Of course, that this is only one nature. How can now be more than one thing? And we see that we can't hold on to this, that any attempt to hold on to this squeezes the life out of it, instantly covers it up, clouds it over with mind. We can't lose this. This is never going anywhere. It's our deepest nature. And the more often you touch it, the more often you remember it, the more often you allow everything to be as it is and rest back as awareness itself. The more often you do it, the more times you do it, the clearer it becomes that this is who you are at the deepest level. And it doesn't make sense to the mind, but it's undeniable. And it never lets us down. We never let ourselves down. How could it? How could it go anywhere? How can now not be here? And come to see that without your mind telling you so, you are no different than now. There is only now. And maybe you can see very clearly that without thought, of course, there's only now. What else would create time but mind? Time is very handy, obviously, in the world of things and school and jobs, cooking, everything, right? But if we come to know our deeper nature, we understand that we're not just a cork floating on the stormy oceans. Life obviously can be extremely challenging, but if we know our deeper natures, and we start to sort of shift our priority, shift our identity to what is truer, right? Wouldn't it make more sense that we understand our deeper nature as our more fundamental nature, as our truer identity, because it is always so? That all these other identities come and go and only exist as products of mind. But this identity as ever presence needs no story to support it, needs no thought to maintain any kind of structure or foundation for it. It just is. It's at once extraordinary and hard to fathom, and at the same time, completely obvious and natural. As a matter of fact, the mind can't fathom it, the mind can't understand it, the mind can't wrap itself around presence. There's nothing to understand. And yet it's undeniable. Right? As we start to touch it more and more often and for longer and longer periods, we see more and more clearly that it's undeniable. I am.